Alright, we're going to try this out first. We play tested a little bit last stream, and I wasn't super happy with the build. I'm not sure I'll be super happy with this one either, because I don't know what kind of ratio I want from low-end threats and stuff, but this is Notary Wave version 2. So, we're playing this sort of 2-card package in the middle here, which is the Notary Hobbit's a 5-mana, 1/1 Halfling Advisor legendary creature. When it enters, if it's not a token, you get 2 tokens that are copies of them, and then you add a colorless for each halfling you control. Those tokens aren't legendary. So, by themselves, this makes 3 hobbits, and they each tap for 3 mana because you control 3 halflings. Now, we also have Delighted Halfling, which if we have this out, each of those hobbits taps for 4. So, it's a 5-mana card that immediately accelerates you by 9 mana right away, which I think is a pretty big jump and worth testing out. Now, we're trying to pair this with an old school card that I don't think's seen play in a hot minute, which is Genesis Wave. 3 mana X, reveal the top X cards of your library. You put any number of permanent cards with mana value X or less from among them onto the battlefield. Then put all cards revealed this way that weren't put in the battlefield into your graveyard. So we're just trying to cast a Genesis Wave for a huge amount and put a bunch of creatures on the board, including Craterhoof, as well as a single Enduring Courage to give everything we drop on the board haste, and then we just try and swing into our opponent. Now, this is a Devotion Shell. The mana base is a little wonky here, but we're playing 4 Myco Spawn because it seems pretty easy to ramp into, and then we're going to be able to find our Nykthos right away. Along with that, we're playing a pretty heavy Mana Dork package. I'm not sold on Fanatic of Rhonas quite yet, without playing, like, I don't know, Slumbering Trudge. We'll see. But obviously, Bird plus Delighted Halfling, Badgermo Cub, and then we're going to test out Fanatic of Rhonas. On top of that, we're also playing Oath of Nissa, just as a simple cantrip that adds to our devotion. Helps us find land drops and creatures. We're playing a few Kioras, which can untap Nykthos, but also untap some of our Mana Dorks. You'll notice we're also playing a Leyline of Abundance to sort of pair well with Badgermole, so that we can start tapping for 2, or if we have both of them out, 3 mana for each of our Mana Dorks as well. This is also a great mana sink. If we have nothing else to do, we can just start dumping counters on our creatures. And then, yeah, Kiora's here to untap our Mana Dorks and Nykthos. And that's pretty much the name of the game. We try to build with Emrakul. I try to build with 4 Enduring Courage and stuff, and I wasn't happy. Mana base wise, I also tried to give us some extra stuff to do with our mana base. So obviously, like, if you have a Notary Hobbits and a Lair of the Hydra, you can just dump 9 mana and make a 9/9 and start swinging. I'm playing some peatlands so that we can at least draw some extra cards. Turn Timber Symbiosis helps us dig if we have nothing else to do for Hobbits or Craterhoof or stuff like that. And then obviously a couple Disciple Frailies just because it's good with Badgermole Cub. On top of that, sideboard-wise, I went nice and simple. We're playing Endurance, Force of Vigors, a couple Thruns, because I kind of been digging this card. Some Dismembers, Damping Spheres, and Surgical Extraction. So pretty simple. Try to keep the numbers nice and clean, because this is, like I said, second draft, but we kind of revamped the idea behind the list. So I just want to see if there's anything here that I want to keep pursuing, or we might just switch gears altogether. But part of me just really wants to play Genesis Wave again. So we're going to give this a shot and see how we do. All right, this is game 2, or match 2. There's other versions where we would play like Hellcat, we would play Old Growth Troll, and we would rely a little heavier on Nykthos. And just be like aggressive, find our Nykthos, and then like try to spin into a whole bunch of stuff plus Craterhoof. Which, I don't know how we feel about that. What does Stomping Ground mean? Are we just playing against Shapeshift? Voltaic Brawler. Voltaic Brawler, baby. Do I have enough to kick this? Yes, I do. Let's just grab a layer of the Hydra. Do I want to play my Nykthos here? No. Do I want to swing? No. This would be a situation where maybe High Arch's better than what you would call it, but he's gonna throw a Wicked token, and he's gonna swing. We're not gonna block. All right. Am I just gen waving here? For how much? Second Badger Mole. That takes us up to 16 mana, so we can do this for 13. Hell yeah, chat. The old double crater hoof. The old double crater hoof, chat. Oh, shit. Incredible. Alright, a 13 mana Genesis wave on... Was that our turn 3? Or 4? 4? That's pretty good, chat. We'll drop an Oath. We'll drop a Hobbit. Maybe drop one Crater Hoof. Bringing all the dismembers. Not too shabby. It's kind of what we're trying to do. Most games. Land, and we can give this a shot. So opponent's on green-red aggro, which is interesting. We'll see if he'll spend a turn just to blow up the ley line. Rhino's Rampage, pretty fun. Try to play a beefy blocker here. I assume he's got like Monstrous Rage, maybe a Tarkus Command. Okay. Him spending a turn just to blow up a ley line is fine by me. Actually, very fine by me. Let's play Oath of Nissa, see if we can find a basic, or I'll take a Nykthos. Do I just want to hold on to this member? I think so. Burning Tree. Oh, maybe it's like a Bushwhacker Shell. I could see it. We tried something similar not too long ago. Fires off the lightning directly at us. Don't think I'm going to blow anything up yet. Just gonna play our ley line. There's a chance we just die here. If he has a Tarkus Commands. Yeah. Chat, I really call him like I see him. I could dismember and we kill this, but then I still take the 2 and we're dead to our own dismember. Am I good at this or what, chat? I call him like I see him. Honestly, I don't hate Thrun here. This is a big beefy boy. Shout out to the guy playing a Tarkus Command. I love a Tarkus Command. But he could still be Bushwhacker. We do have quite the painful mana base, huh? At the cost of, well, I don't know. Swift Spear, okay. Let's do a layer of Hydra. We have Nykthos plus Thrun. You might just Chain Lightning the Micro Spawn. Besieges the Nykthos. Takes his whole turn to do that. Okay. I'm here for it. So we do have 5/5 that can't be targeted, and we have enough mana to start pumping the team. We're at 13. 12. Raptor off the top. Finds a Brawler. You got it, Super Chief. And we find a Turn Timber. That was a nice hit. That was a nice hit, chat. Alright, this is match 3. I don't hate this hand. A little slow. But we do have a Fanatic plus a Ley Line, which pumps our mana up a little bit. I think there's a few directions we could take this kind of build. I don't know if we want to go in... Like, we could play Trudge plus Fanatic. Notary Hobbits is pretty good. We get to play that next turn. Maybe. This opponent might be on a Phoenix or not. All right. So it's turn 3. We have a shit ton of mana. See the Synod. When do Reality Fractures spoilers start? I know we just got the teaser. Alright, opponent swings for 3. He has 1 whatever open. We find a Turn Timber Symbiosis. So let's start there. Maybe we hit... nothing. Okay. That's a shit ton of mana. We're gonna bring in our Dismembers. Probably our Surgicals and our Endurances. Thrun might not be a horrible choice. If he's trying to play Dragon Rage Channeler... Overlord, he might be on Unholy Heat. I don't know if I necessarily care that much. His Fanatics aren't blocking a whole lot. But I was saying we could go like an Eldrazi kind of build. Fanatic, Trudge. But then I think we're just split too much between a weird Trudge deck and whatever else we want to do. Double Endurance. No Mana Dorks, but an Oath on 1. Let's try it. Let's just see what happens, chat. It's a weird hand. Opponent ponders. His orbs. Maybe find... Do I just want another land? I think I do. I can't just rely on 2 land drops. Channeler. Grixis Delirium. It's interesting. What if he takes Dismember here? Takes the Endurance. Also interesting. I think I'm just gonna snipe this now. Could also, we tried that decrepit old bird build. Okay, he's on double unholy heat. Just gonna let him take the other endurance. Plays a starting town. Does he have a treasure cruise? No, just another ponder. Wouldn't hate. That's pretty good. What's he got in here? Anything good? Doesn't seem to have a whole lot in hand at the moment, so I think I'm just gonna snipe his Faithless Lootings. I want to see what he's got. A Heat and Nether Dwarf. What else he got in hand? Overlord. What is this guy playing? This is nuts, chat. Overlord, Standstill. Okay. Alright. What an interesting build. This is only a 3-4, right? Okay. We're at 11, though. We're still a ways away from Craterhoof. Nether Dwarf's a pretty decent beater. Hobbit, off the top, is fan-fucking-tastic. It doesn't even matter if he has Unholy Heat. Because we get 3 of them, chat. Oh, oh. Okay. So we just get to Craterhoof him next turn? Did we see Spell Snare? Okay, yeah. Opponent's dead. What is this hand? Not what I'm looking for. This hand's not what I'm looking for either. Sure. Am I getting rid of Microspawn or Genesis Wave? I am odd anymore. Stop yelling at me. Hi, Zemdos. How are you? Hydroponics Architect. Shout out to this guy. Okay, Badger Knolls. Badger Knolls a good rip. Is this High Noon? Kind of feels like it. Spell Snare? Oh, Lorien revealed. You. I think... Well, I guess it wouldn't matter that much. But I think it would be more interesting if Hydroponic Architect turned the land into a basic island. Haven Interrupter. Okay, so I was correct. Chat, opponent's playing High Noon. Actually, yeah, I'll just play this now. Need to go back to the original Mulligan. London Mulligans for losers. Hell yeah. Fuck scrying. Fuck Mulligan in general. Plays the Throne Guard, which is kind of what we wanted. Oh. Okay. Didn't think he would do that. Is he gonna block our Badgermole? Probably not. like I was saying, I wonder if it'd be a little more balanced if this was, like, it literally just turned land into a basic, whatchamacallit. We found a Notary Hobbits, chat. We can power up this layer of the Hydra into a 2/2, 5, 6, 7, 10, 12, which is not quite enough. It's close. Doesn't do a whole lot for us. We can power it into a 6/6. Does that do anything? No. Still hits him for 12. That's all I got, chat. Okay, grab the forces, grab the dismembers. Also, we're gonna bring in the endurances here, because a flash creature with reach seems pretty relevant. I don't think Kyora's doing a whole lot in this matchup. Leyline is good. I like the trigger off of that. We're gonna drop a Hobbit plus whatever. We'll drop a Fanatic and an Oath. Let's drop the Kyoras all together. So far, not gonna lie, it doesn't really feel like we need Kiora. Since we added Microspawn, we can find Nykthos a little easier, and I think that's enough to, like, bridge the gap into a Hobbit, or enough mana dorks to get us above 8 mana. So maybe we drop the Kioras, but what do we put in place? Is my question. K-Command wouldn't be a bad option. Sounds pretty good. I wish we could make use of Delighted Halfling a bit more in terms of legend. We could play Shang-Chi. Opponent fragments us, because they're a hater. Two mana, High Noon. Fine by me. Divine Purge. Okay. Ooh. Give my Delighted Halfling back. See if I can play an Oath of Nissa. I think I just want to hit a land drop here. Dismember on his upkeep. See if we can get anything out of it. Okay. Not exactly what I wanted him to play a creature, but we get smacked for 2. We still have Dismember, and we find another whatever. So let's just play our bird. He's gonna probably reprieve us again. Stern Scolding on my Bird of Paradise. Okay. And then upkeep, we're gonna fire this off again. And see what he's got going on. This is where he probably brings in a creature. Yes. I was just say, if he has a counterspell for that, chat. Maybe we just gotta start playing some Crawl Harpooners in the sideboard, huh? Leyline of Abundance. You think he'll let me Gen Wave for 2? Probably not. Am I gonna do it anyway, just to show him how cool we are? Yes. Yeah, he's got us, chat. We're mono green. We don't have anything against counter spells. Alright, chat. This is a good old one-lander. And you know Plum loves one-landers, but we're not going to do it. We just beat Red White Auras. Did Plum forget to record that too? Hell yeah, I did. So we're gonna we'll try this one out. We'll chuck this back. And we'll do our best here, chat. But we won versus aggro, versus standstill. We lost to high noon. We won against auras. We're not doing half bad. Virulent Emissary. Fanatic was a good top deck there. Is this some form of Yogg? Or is it just elves, chat? That is the million-dollar question. Oh, chat, what did we lose to? Oh, Eltheriax's build, right? His Bant Fear of Change shell. I like that one. Okay, that's pretty good. I think we're just gonna keep trying to maximize stuff. Do I wanna... I don't think I want to kick here. I'd rather just drop an Oath of Nissa. But I want to play it off of this. If we get fight spelled, that might make me cry a little bit. So that means next turn, this taps for 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. We can Gen Wave for 8, which has the chance to hit us into a Crater Hoof. We're not going to really have... Okay, or we can Notary Hobbit. We're just going to Gen Wave for 8. Because we'll hit a Notary Hobbit anyways. That was pretty good. And then we can just untap a creature. And swing. God, I love Genesis Wave, chat. It feels so good. Okay, so that was a match where Kiora was actually useful. Well, Throne doesn't have Indestructible on our turn. Not bad, Chad. Not bad. It is nice that Hobbit also increases your devotion by so much. Bumps you up by 6. But I feel like I'm the only person who is playing Notary Hobbit in any way, shape, or form. Besides Brawl people. I mean, it's on that fine edge of, like, win more. You could also... I wonder if we could fit in Castle Garenbrig. That also lets you pump stuff out a little quicker. That might be an idea for our next build. After this, I don't know, again, if we'll make it through all our matches with it, but I do want to... I have a Notary Hobbit build, a green-white Eldrazi shell that I'm interested in trying out. We have a Leyline 1 land. I'm telling you, our lands are kind of wonky. We're just... I think we're too light. Am I playing 20? No, I'm playing... Am I only playing 18? Am I playing 4 copies of Disciple? Chat, that might be the reason why. I might have accidentally cut down on something. This is interesting. Let's get rid of Dismember and see if we can turn to a Notary Hobbit. I also feel like we're gonna eat some fight spells at some point here. Or a Moss Viper, that works too. Okay. Chat, turn to Notary Hobbit, pretty good. This just in. Plus it's a Delighted Halfling, so they all tap for 4 mana. That's pretty good, chat. Targets my Lithiform Blight. What? Never seen anyone play that card in my life. Okay, so let's go. This green will Myco spawn. We're not going to kick because we're not nerds. We'll go grab our Nykthos. We'll activate Nykthos. We'll Symbiosis. Spin into another set of Notary Hobbits. And then we'll pump a couple times. And then we'll play a bird. And we'll pass. Okay. That was our turn 3, chat. Not too shabby. This felt much better than the previous version. I'm pretty happy with this so far. Still some adjustments to be made. Part of me wants to see if we could fit in Castle Garen Braid. Okay, chat, for some reason I thought we were playing 20 lands. We're only playing 18. That would explain a lot. I would probably cut and go up to the 4 full Disciples. That was probably what happened in my brain. Kiora was not nearly as good as I wanted it to be. By the time we actually play Kiora, like on turn 2, if you're just playing Kiora off a bird, we're almost never drawing additional cards because we have nothing over 4 power besides Craterhoof. And I think I'd rather just try to ramp into Sowing Microspawn harder because then we could just go find our Nykthos. So I think, like, Kiora needs it cut completely. Fnatic was fine. I mean, it's a good blocker, but I guess this could kind of just be any mana dork you want. Sylvan carried it, or Fnatic's probably the best one. Part of me also, like I said, still wants to put, like, Plagon in here or something, but that's probably just a bad idea. But I would maybe try and rework our mana base a little bit. Since we are playing Sowing Microspawn, we probably don't need 4 peatlands plus 4 layers. And we can probably delve into Castle Garenbridge more. And then I was pretty happy with us cutting Enduring Courage or whatever. The haste didn't seem necessary. Like, if you're just dumping a whole bunch of stuff onto the board, especially Hobbit plus Craterhoof, I mean, this is +3/+3 if you hit those two together. So you just make enough bodies where, like, Craterhoof plus 1 or 2 other creatures is good enough on its own to kill. So, I like it. Although Nissa also felt decent, but might be something we could kind of put on the chopping block. Maybe down a few copies. But, yeah. Notary Hobbits was impressive. Microspawn was impressive every time we got him. So, I like these 2 cards together. especially with Nykthos, because, I mean, Hobbit's just... With Nykthos, Hobbit's is nuts. You make 9 mana off the Hobbits plus 6 off the Nykthos, because your devotion increases. So, by, like, turn 3 or 4, you should hopefully just have enough to close out the game, but... So far, so good. Sideboard, don't think I really want to touch... We didn't get to play Thrun, but I do want to try Thrun a little more as we play in this current metagame, but I think this is one I want to keep working on. We might replay this next week, but it's in a much better spot than it was on Tuesday. So we'll freeze on this one for now, and we'll circle back to it. But anyways, thank you for watching, and I will catch you in the next one.